Hi, welcome to the Arsenal Fans Focus TV. This podcast is all about you, the fans. Your passion, your opinion, and for the love of the game takes center stage. Let's dive in. Okay, just want to say hi to Tommy C. How you doing, mate?
Hi. Mate, yourself?
Good, not too bad. Adam, how you doing, bruv?
Yeah, all good. Thanks, Pat. Cheers.
Sorry, guys. Tommy C's he is a City supporter, and we've got Adam, who's a Arsenal supporter. Plus, we've got Tommy, who's a Chelsea supporter. How you doing, Tommy?
All good, mate. Yourself? Good?
Good, not too bad. Thanks for coming on, bruv. And we've got Jade. How you doing, bruv? Arsenal supporter.
Yeah, all good, mate. All good, thank you.
Good to see you, mate. And plus, we've got another Arsenal supporter, big Arsenal. How you doing, big Arsenal?
Oh, you want to tell jokes now, do you?
No.
Oh, you want to go there?
No, don't.
It's just
No,
you know how I feel about this Eze deal.
All right,
You know
everyone,
how I feel
it's
about
a
it.
Chelsea. It's Chelsea. Big Chelsea's in the house. In fact, I'll give you this. How you doing, Big Chelsea?
Didn't take long.
Right. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for getting involved. What we're going to be talking about, everyone in the who's watching this, do us a favor first. Could you please subscribe, please like, and hit that notification button? It really does help us with our channel, guys, and it'd be really, really appreciated if you follow and comment on what we're going to be talking about. First, we're going to be talking about with the Arsenal, the Chelsea, what's gone on, the City with the last game. We're going to be also talking about, obviously, Eze has gone back to his ex, and I don't know if that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes, but we're going to be talking about him, and we're going to be talking about, what does everyone think about the up and coming games? So let's kick it off. I'm going to start off with you. I'll start off with you, Adam. How did you feel about the first game, mate?
The performance wasn't great, but it wasn't far from what I expected, to be honest. I think people were getting a bit carried away thinking, United where United were last season, all the signings. I heard a lot of predictions of 2-3-0. I know I said on here 1-0, and it kind of went exactly how I thought it would. It was always going to be scrappy up there. It rarely is a great game at Old Trafford with us. There's always a little bit of a hoodoo when we go out there. It always feels like we're going to go out there and don't really believe in ourselves. And it had that feel to it. Again, we got the goal and you thought we would kick on after that. And although we got a little bit lucky, I never felt like we were kind of really under the cosh from a... excuse me, sorry.
I'll tell you what, Adam, you mute. You mute. Adam, you mute. All right, sorry, guys. I think Adam's still at work.
You right, Adam?
Yeah, I think... Are you okay, Adam?
Talking about Man United.
Fire.
All right. All right, Adam will come back. He's still at
That's
work.
his fire alarm.
Oh, okay. Adam will be back. I'll tell you what, I'm going to kick off with you, Jade.
Yeah, so basically what Adam was saying, I think, the performance wasn't great at all. I think United surprised us a little bit. They kept playing long balls, and there was gaps at the back. And I thought when I first saw the team news, I thought with Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard, and against Casemiro and Bruno, I thought we were just going to run the midfield and keep control of the game, but it wasn't like that at all. But as Adam said, we always struggle up there, to be fair. I think I heard the other day half our wins at United have come under Arteta at Old Trafford. So that just shows how hard it is, obviously, to get up there and get the 3 points. But we looked. I didn't feel like we were in danger that much. They did have a few attacks, but it was only either Mbembo or Cunha sort of trying their hardest to try and create something. But yeah, not the greatest performance, but it's one of them. You just get the 3 points. Don't
you think, like you said, don't you think even though the performance wasn't great, you're going to get that? I'm sure that's going to still happen down the line throughout the season, where you're going to have to grind out a result.
It was just a bit weird from the previous game. Obviously, it's totally different opposition. Our last pre-season game, it looked like Zubimendi and Rice were playing really well, knowing when to drop, let the other one go. And to be fair, Rice, I don't know what Adam thinks. I think Rice looked absolutely knackered.
I thought he was injured. To be honest, Jake.
Or carrying something.
30 minutes before he came off, I said Rice isn't right, and when he hobbled off, it was no. You'd never take Rice off with 10 minutes to go at 1-0. There's no way he didn't carry some kind of knock in that second half. He
did take a whack in the face from a free kick.
Something happened because he wasn't.
And I don't know if he was. Yeah, he couldn't control the ball. He couldn't get his passes off.
Yeah, it was weird.
But yeah, ecstatic to take the 3 points. Obviously, we probably had the toughest game with United with their tails up with a couple of new signings. But yeah, I didn't feel like we were really ever in real trouble. And yeah, with our defence, I think we managed to get away with it a little bit. But yeah, really happy with the 3 points and yeah, good result.
Adam, do you want to finish off, mate, where you were?
Yeah, probably what Jake was saying. I said it wasn't for me. It was never about the performance on the first day. If we got a win up at Old Trafford and probably a point at Anfield next week, I couldn't care less how we played away from home. The performance comes at home to Leeds, and that will set the tone. If we play like that against Leeds at home, then you start worrying and going, okay, we're not in much form. But it was all about getting the result. And that's what. And you look at 22 games unbeaten against the big six, and a lot of those performances haven't been fantastic. They've just been, like you say, grind out with 0-0s, 1-0s. And it was it was one of those ones. If United had won that 1-0 with a scrappy performance, I don't think there'd been as much scrutiny on it. I think people are expecting us to go and smash teams. It's not going to happen every week, and I was happy with the result. Yeah, the performance won't live long in the memory, but it was fine.
No,
I think Man United were living off it a little bit because they're saying that they really improved. I didn't think that they were really improved. I didn't really see good patterns of play. I just felt they were just knocking it up to the wings for Brembo and Cunha. And I think we were just really off it, to be honest. But we still managed to get the 3 points. But yeah, I want to ask. I just want to jump in because I want to ask Chelsea Tommy about the Friday game, because I found that a little bit. Crystal Palace game. I should have had a Man United in here as well, but next time, never mind. Don't need them. They're burying their heads in the sand anyway. I just want to ask Chelsea about the game on Friday. How did you? Let me ask you first, Tommy. What did you think about that game? Especially when that goal was disallowed. Did you agree? Did you think it was the right decision for them to disallow that goal? What do you think? And how do you see your team? It
was the wrong decision. It should have been a goal, I think. I think we got away with one. I'm being honest with you. I think we got away with one. I do think we didn't play bad. They just banked up very well at the back, which made them incredibly hard to break down. And first game of the season, no matter who you are, if you put new signings into the first game of the season in the Premier League, it's more of a test run to see how they do. So if I was going to lose any of the first 6 games or draw or drop points, I don't mind dropping points against a Glasner team that's just won 2 trophies, that are in the form of literally their best form they've ever been in their history. And we got a 0-0 draw with them. It could have won a lot worse. So I'll take it and run. And I think tomorrow is when our season starts properly.
What did you say, Big Charles?
Yeah, I do agree. It was a hard game for us, I think the players went in there thinking that it's going to be an easy match. And after our pre-season, FIFA Club World Cup champions tournament we played in and won it, I just expected more from them. What are you laughing for?
Who?
So,
sorry, you just had to get that in there. I like the way you did it.
So
Carry
anyway,
on.
yeah, world champions. So when we went into that game against Crystal Palace, I thought it was going to be a 4-1 walk. But I'm telling you now, they really defended well, yeah. And they had this annoying geezer called Will Hughes, yeah, this blonde guy. He was throwing it about. Listen, it was a difficult match and it was painful to watch, but we just couldn't break him down, yeah. But yeah, that Will Hughes, man, he's quite underrated. He's an horrible player to watch. He's getting fouls against you. He's pulling you down. He's hurting you. He's blocking shots. But I feel like I think when Estevao come on second half, he brought a lot of intensity. So he's getting at but like I say, we couldn't break him down. And at the end, when Andre Santos had free shot at goal, man, and he skied it. And I do feel like with the free kick, that should have been a goal, innit? That ball infringement thing, that was just out of order, man. I know that come into rule in 2019. But yeah, I think they should have been 1-0 up. But I think even if it was 1-0 up and it stayed, that free kick, I think we would have. I think it would have been a good game. I think we would have. It would have ended as 1-0. It would have changed the game.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Thank you. And now I want to ask City. 4-0 against Wolves. Tell us about it, mate.
Yeah.
Is City back?
It looked well. First half hour, it didn't look like it. No, but then it just seemed like we just soaked up. We were just soaking up, and they kept on catching us on the left hand side. You know, at that now he took a while to get into it, but when he did finally found his feet, he was pretty solid. But yeah, there was. It's a massive improvement to last season, and we've still got players to come back. There's still Foden. Cherky didn't start. He looks obviously he come on, scores, but it's Rinders. He's our big difference. Massive. He's everywhere. You know, he can play deep. He can play deep.
How do you pronounce his name?
Rinders.
How do you pronounce his name, Tom?
Rinders. I can't pronounce it.
Judge Rinders.
Judge Rinders.
No.
Rinders.
Oh.
Right. How do you pronounce it?
He's top quality.
Rinders.
But either way, he's good. He's good. He's fitting. Well, does it matter?
I've heard.
You know who I'm on about.
I've heard that Tottenham's gone back in for your. What's his name?
Yeah. Savinho, 80 mil. They're putting a bid in for, but
what Tottenham
again,
put a bid in?
if we've been
hang on, sorry, Tottenham put an £80 million bid in.
No, but they're the numbers that are flying around at the moment. 80 mil.
I can't see Tottenham putting that sort of money in for a player.
It'll get rejected.
Well, what do you want for it?
He's not a player that we need to see improve. It's like the players that we've got rid of. Obviously they don't fit into Pep's future plans. You know, we've loaned out players that are fit like next season after Christmas, when it starts getting busy, players' legs start going. Champions League, FA Cup, League. You know, I'd like to still think that we'd be still contesting for all.
Mm-hmm.
We've not got a massive as big a squad this year, but the quality within the squad is massive. It's huge.
I think that Aït-Nouri's
the youngs.
So I was just going to say that Aït-Nouri's a massive signing for you. Your left back, he looks quality. Well, he's always been quality, but
yeah. But then we can go. But then even he comes off and stick Vardiol there. Yeah. Nathaniel Ake, turning Nathaniel Ake from an half decent centre back to a world class left back. Well, in standards, but Rico Lewis, Nico O'Reilly, two youngsters that have been outshining most these last two seasons. Signing contract extensions, they're as good as these big money signings for me personally.
All right, but what I want to know is, do you think City can come back to the level or are back to the level to getting back the league?
Can yeah, definitely. We were halfway. I tell you what, another six games last season, and we might have got second. You know.
Anyway,
so
moving on from that, and yeah.
Behave yourself.
Whatever. All right, Adam. What I want to ask, guys, everyone jump in now, all right? Because I'm going to be asking you about your Chelseas and things now. Adam, what did you think of the performance? Seriously, how Arsenal played against Manchester United? I've got my opinion, honestly, Arsenal looked lost. They completely looked lost up front, up in the middle. They looked lost. I think they were sometimes confused, sometimes at the back, but after a while, they became resilient at the back. And I think obviously that it was the back and the goalkeeper that saved us. But I want to ask you this as well. Do you think sometimes I think Raya can become a liability? Think about it. It takes too long when the defender's passing that ball back to him to his feet. It takes too long to make a decision either to pass it to the left or to the right or to the middle, and he gets caught out.
Firstly, with the performance, I think there was so much importance on getting a win out there. Everything was about momentum. If we start badly, we're already 3 points behind Liverpool. The fact Liverpool had already won on the Friday night, I think that it was a nervy performance. It was like a win at all costs kind of performance. It wasn't fluid. It wasn't great, but as Jake said, defensively it looked really solid. And it was, as I said, it wasn't massively different to what I expected. Too much scrutiny on Gyökeres. Again, I said earlier, I think the last 20, 25 years I've been watching us go to Old Trafford. I don't remember too many great performances. Even we were winning leagues and we were, our pomp, we rarely scored more than one goal up there. We were never great up there. Chelsea kind of used to go up to Old Trafford and really, they're again, the hoodoo that United have over us. Chelsea seems to have it over United. They used to go and put really good performances at Old Trafford. We never really did that at Old Trafford, so I wasn't hugely surprised. I think Raya occasionally holds onto the ball too long, but I think everything about what he does is, he starts the kind of, he invites the press on. It does go a little bit too close to the mark at times, but when it does work, it works very well. And I think he more than made up for it. I mean, he was excellent after the initial mistake. I mean, it's a heart in mouth moment when he lost the ball, but I think we have to accept that. I think, he's not going to change the game. Arteta's not going to change his game. There will be moments that are a bit squeaky, but I think he will more than make up for it with the rest of his game. As I say, his performance, it wasn't brilliant. It wasn't. As I say, I can't think of too many brilliant performances he's had up there. So again, nothing unusual. I wouldn't read too much into it as a one-off.
Okay.
I don't think we should overthink it. I think basics like just getting the ball to the wingers quicker, being more direct, and obviously we were way off it. So I'm not too worried, to be honest.
I want to ask everyone this: who's had the best summer transfer window? And I'm going to throw it out to Chelsea Tommy first, and then Big Chelsea jump in, and then Big City jump in. Who's had the Chelsea?
All right, so best transfer window so far. Retrospectively, I'm probably going to say Sunderland. For the size of the club, how long they've been out of the Prem, the players they've brought in, and I think they haven't brought in the big names like Arsenal have, Chelsea, Man City, but they managed to get Granit Xhaka to give up Champions League football and go to a possible relegating fighting team. They've went and got a Dingra, Diarra. They've signed a striker from us. Their transfer window is ridiculous. Like, for a team that's just come up, I haven't seen a team do that in a lot of times. So, without going for the obvious, Liverpool, I'm probably going to go with Sunderland. I think I'll give it to them.
Jump in, Big Chelsea. Anyone jumps in. Anyone always jump in.
I think it's a bit of a silly question because I think Chelsea's got the best transfer so far because we won the Club World Cup with some of the buyers we got. And but yeah, I think Esteval was a good buyer. Maybe I think it makes. What was that?
What? I'm just coughing.
You got something stuck in your throat?
I'm just coughing, mate.
No, obviously, that's only my opinion. It doesn't mean it's
sorry, go on.
So I think we got some good talent coming through. I think we're going to challenge for the league. I do think we're back.
Do you think you're back, Chelsea?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Back from where though? From
coming 14th and 8th, and I think we're back in winning ways. It's just one bad start. It wasn't even a bad start, but I think we played well. Just couldn't score.
Would you reckon, Tommy? See what he's saying. I mean, or what Tom?
I want to say like either us or you guys, just because last season It's improvements, and transfer windows is all about improving. Yous have gone out and got what you need. What you needed. You needed goals, no matter where it was coming from. You've gone out. You've got Eze. You've got Jokeres. Brought in a couple of defenders. You've got a couple of youngsters as well. You know, maybe not getting straight into the squad, but you're starting to do what the likes of City, Chelsea do, which is like planning for next year. So you don't have to go out and spend millions on players. You just watch these players progress. So yeah, I'd probably say, and obviously that City, we massively missed Rodri last season. So we brought in Rinders, our judge. I know it. You know, he didn't think he'd. I personally didn't think he'd start straight, but he'd come in, made a big impact, massive impact. Even a couple of signings from like the likes of January for us, because they didn't get the game time during the season. So seeing them pre-season, it's like the light signings, because they only come in like that Claudio Alvecchio, who's just been loaned out to Leverkusen. He only joined in, I think it was end of March, for after the Argentina league had finished. So, but yeah, I'd probably say either us or you guys.
Yeah. Guys,
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I think City. I think last season you could see their team was getting a bit stale, and they had a lot of older players, and I think they've done well to get those players in. But I think Eze's got to be probably the signing of the season, isn't it?
What?
No?
Yeah.
He hasn't played yet. He hasn't played for Arsenal yet.
See, he can't help it, can he? He just can't help it.
No. He just, yeah.
I want to dig. I was just saying we haven't seen him play in an Arsenal shirt yet.
So you don't think that's one of the signings of the season, Eze to Arsenal?
It depends, yeah. If Arteta's got some balls, he will take Odegaard off, put Eze in that position. But we all know Arteta's going to be playing him left wing, which is out of his position.
He does damage on the left wing.
That's one of the places that he could play him. Not the place that he's bought him for.
I think he'll start those games on the left. I think Big Chelsea's right. I think he will.
But he will drift in.
On the left. He will drift in, yeah, but I think he will start mostly on the left. I don't think he's going to drop Odegaard anytime. And I think Odegaard deserves that chance to come back and be the player he was, a year ago. I think he will start on the left to start.
But then,
especially now we've made him captain again.
Well, do you see? I mean, look, I'm an Odegaard. I'm one of his top admirers, but it's not. I don't know. How long do you give until you say, look, it's not happening?
To be fair, he wasn't one of our better players on Sunday.
Yeah, I thought so.
Was he one of our best players on Sunday?
100%. He was the one leading the press. Yeah. He was the one that was actually trying to. He had a good chance with his shot.
Yeah, okay.
He was one of our better players, 100%.
Yeah, he played well.
Oh, I must have been watching a different game then. But there you go. What's my opinion? What do you reckon, Tommy? Chelsea?
I think, for me, Eze is great. I think he's the third best 10 in the league. Like he's a very good player. But I feel like you've gone out and I've heard a lot of Arsenal fans in the past say, but your club's not spending the money and doing this and doing that. You've gone and spent like 110, 115 million pounds on two players to play left wing, and neither of them are an actual left winger. So I don't everyone knows you're crying out for someone to play on the left wing. You're going to put Madueke, who I've watched every minute for in a Chelsea shirt, who's pretty good on the right, but he's not great on the left. He's definitely better on the right. Eze, if you know anything about Eze, he shines in the middle. And unless you're playing a new formation, you've went and spent 50 million on Madueke. I think it's 68 in total on Eze. And one of them is going to play left wing when you could have just not bought either and went and bought you could have got Rodrigo for that money. You could have went and got any of these left wingers for that money.
But one thing you got to remember, he didn't He didn't buy. I can't see how they bought him for the wing because he bought him in. The reason why we went for Eze, let's be honest, is because of Kai Havoc.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't agree.
No,
You don't agree?
I think it was always. I think Eze to Arsenal was always happening.
I think he's always been nailed on the left wing. I genuinely, he came through the QPR academy and he was a winger. He got molded into a central midfielder at Palace, but he started on the wing at QPR when he was young, even at Arsenal in the academy. And I think, as you say, the way we play, we don't play wide wingers that go around the outside, as you said. Like Saka always cuts inside, Eze will cut inside. A lot of Eze's damage is done when he cuts inside. Even at Palace, he drifts out to the left, he cuts inside, and he kind of bends him in the far corner. And I think he will do that on the left for us. I think he's disciplined. I think he's nailed on to being on the left. Saka will be on the right, and the three in the midfield will stay as it is. And I think it'll work. I really do. I think Eze is so adaptable. I think he's played. He has played there for Palace as well. I know he hasn't always played there, but they've certainly played him on the left as well.
So
Do
you're
you
gonna.
hear something about that deal? So, if Arsenal, buy him, did you know QPR get 15% sell-on fee?
They get 7 mil. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
QPR?
Yeah.
QPR gets 7 mil from that deal.
Do they really?
Mhm.
What they got? What they got to do with it? At the moment?
QPR sold him to Palace.
QPR sold to Palace and they had a clause.
Oh right.
So
Okay.
does that mean you're gonna?
That's a long clause, isn't it?
Arsenal are going to be lining up with like 3 10s then, pretty much. Like maybe one a bit more advanced than the other two, but like 3 10s behind
Yeah,
Gyökeres.
because I think Odegaard is playing a bit deeper now. I think
I was
I
an
think
8.
we'll have Zubimendi and Rice, Odegaard just in front of him, and then I think we'll have obviously Eze left, Gyökeres up top, and Saka on the right.
Hmm.
Going back to the original question, Pat, just about the top four. I think the top four have all done really well. For me, the only thing Chelsea the keeper is still Chelsea's issue. I think they bought some really good players, but I still think Chelsea need a keeper. And I think with Hato coming in, or Hato, however it's pronounced, I think that would have been the answer if Cole would have been fit. But I still think Chelsea need another centre back and a keeper. I think Chelsea are 2 players away from being right in the title mix. I think they've got a very good front 8 and some very good fullbacks, but I still think they're a keeper and centre back away from being. I've got them 4th at the moment. I think if they get Donnarumma and a centre back, they could be right in the title mix. But that's the only reason I'd say that Chelsea's transfer window hasn't been quite as good as Arsenal, City's, and Liverpool, because I still think there's 2 glaring holes, and that's what Arsenal did last year. They bought well, but they didn't address 2 or 3 positions. I think that will be Chelsea's undoing it personally.
Sanchez stayed on because he had a good end to the season, obviously, and had a decent Club World Cup.
Sanchez is in form, and the keeper we want is Mike Maignan, and they want like 25-30 mil for him, and we can sign him for free in January. So I get what the club's doing, because the club's been we've been ripped off so many times and overpaid for players when the ownership came in a few years ago, and they've learned from their mistakes. From watching Sanchez, he looks like a new keeper, so I'm willing to give him, and I'd give him until.
Would you not question him on that free kick, Tommy, last week? I know it was disallowed, but do you not think you're thinking a good top believes that?
Should
I don't know. His vision was blurred. His vision was blocked, though, completely blocked. His vision was blocked.
I'm questioning him personally. From my point of view, I'd be questioning Raya if he goes down the middle and he lets that in.
No, I think me personally, I'm happy to give him the time. And the only other thing for me is with the defenders, I do think you're right. I'm comfortable with having Toast in the Chalobah at the back, whilst Colby was out. But I do feel like we need one more backup defender, because the only other centre back we've got, I think, is Wesley Fofana, who can play. That's it. So we need another centre half. But even without them, I think I've got us finishing 3rd this season. So I think we'll be fine.
Well, what I'm gonna excuse me, sorry about that. What I'm gonna ask is, again, I know you said, who was it? You said who? I know you. Who was it? Someone said who had a better chance for a window. I think it was Tommy.
Yeah.
Sorry, no. Let me go back to this. You guys are saying, sorry, Adam. Yeah, you saying that no, you think that Arsenal's brought him in to be the left-hand side, but then, and Arsenal was always going to go for Eze.
Yeah,
but I don't think that. Well, my personal opinion, I don't think that's true, because the reason why I'm saying that, Arsenal was after Eze in the very beginning. They topped him up. They spoke to him. They agreed on personal on terms, but they didn't trigger the contract. Yeah, I get it, because they didn't want to do that until after his clause was finished and everything else, and then they could do a proper.
But his clause is finished, and we've bought him.
Yeah, but no, but that doesn't matter. I don't believe if Havoc wasn't injured, Arsenal wouldn't have got him. That's my opinion. The reason why I'm saying that is because I don't see Arsenal leaving it for that long. Arsenal are like leaving it for that long.
Yeah, but his clause just expired, Pat. So we paid a little bit less.
Understand. Yeah, but his clause expired a week ago. But Tottenham was the ink was almost dried when it came to Eze with Tottenham.
So why didn't Eze sign then?
Well, again,
because he knew we were coming.
Well, again, the reason why Eze, I don't know why. The reason why Eze didn't sign it was because he agreed with Tottenham. He agreed everything. Everything was fine. The terms, the conditions, the pay, everything was agreed with Tottenham. The only thing, the reason why it wasn't down to the player. It was down to the negotiators, because Tottenham didn't want to pay the full fee. Okay, and that's what they were having an argument over. It wasn't about Eze didn't want to sign, or Eze knew Arsenal was coming for him. Eze agreed terms and conditions. Tottenham Tottenham and Crystal Palace, they were arguing over. All right, Tottenham wanted to pay less. Crystal Palace wanted the amount, the full 60 plus 7 million add-on. Tottenham didn't want to do that. Tottenham wanted to pay less, and they were haggling over it. It was only till Arsenal have
we not paid the exact same terms as Tottenham?
Yes, but what? Yeah,
Pat, in that situation,
we paid the exact same terms.
Yeah, in that situation, if Spurs haven't got a fee agreed, then why you don't have to jump in. Once Spurs get a bid accepted, you can match the bid. You don't have to rush in. It's the same situation as Gyökeres. Gyökeres, again, like Jake said, before the clause, it was there was talk about for 6 weeks where he was nailed on. Then United came in and looked favourites for about 2 weeks, and Arsenal bided their time. And until United did anything concrete, they didn't have to do it. And they waited for the clause to go, and they got him for 10-15 million pound less than anyone was suggesting when they come in for it. And that's exactly what's happened with Eze. It was I think Arsenal were more relaxed about it than the fans were. I think
what you're saying,
he's never going to Spurs. Pat.
So basically, what you're saying is, right? Ink was dropped. The only thing wasn't dry was the signature. Everything also was dry. The only thing that was going on was negotiation with the payment. Like I said, Tottenham wanted to pay less.
We've paid the exact same terms as Tottenham.
Okay, right. Tottenham, yeah, but still. Tottenham wanted to pay less. Arsenal, came in because the reason why Arsenal paid that the amount is because Kai Havertz's out. Okay, they wanted a replacement. They got Kai Havertz's replacement, and they paid.
It's a coincidence. Just a coincidence of timing.
Havertz is the backup number 9, and they play different positions. And apparently Havertz is only out for 3 or 4 weeks now. So
it's the end of the release clause. Tottenham and Palace agreed a fee. There's nothing else to be discussed.
Do you think it's
he was waiting for Arsenal?
So I said it was a panic bar.
How long have we linked? We've been linked with Eze all summer.
We've been linked with him for an awfully long time, and as you know, it cooled down because Arsenal needed first to sell players. They couldn't bring anyone else in until they sold players. All right, and that's why
you sold anyone, though.
Not only that, the reason why again Arsenal called it is because they were worried about Ethan Ranieri. They didn't know 100% he was going to sign. They weren't 100% sure he was going to do it. Okay, well that's agree. This is what I've been reading. This is what I'm hearing. And Ranieri, he's signed now. He's got in that position with an Odegaard. He's got Ethan Ranieri and he's got Max Dowman. Okay, now they got 2 players in that position. Now they thought to themselves.
So where's Eze going to play?
So hang on. Well,
he's going to play left wing, isn't he?
Well, this is right now. That is not. I don't believe that is not answers. I mean, Arsenal need 2 things. One, They need a player that's gonna take on Erdegaard. Who's gonna challenge Erdegaard. Number two, Arsenal need a proper right winger. Okay, and that's a fact. We need
Right winger.
Left winger. Okay, a left winger. Arsenal need a left winger.
Pat, you asked Jake and I 6 weeks ago in the middle of the summer, who do you want on the left wing? And we both said Eze over Rodrigo. It's not been a recent thing where we said it. We said 6 weeks ago we want Eze on the left wing. If you go back to 6 weeks ago, honestly, I know. No, I'm not denying that. Signing. It's not a kind of a square peg in a round hole. He's always been the plan for left wing.
Why did it take 2 weeks? It's not Daniel Levy crunching numbers. Everything was agreed. He was always coming to us.
Okay. All right. Well, okay.
Can I say something?
Go on.
I think it's a bit of a bad move for Eze. Just because, seriously, this is just my opinion. Yeah, I'm not trying to dig out. I just think he ain't going to see as much game time at Arsenal.
He's going to start every week on the left wing.
At Spurs, yeah. I think with Spurs, he'd be playing where he's been playing since being at Palace, yeah, attacking mid. I think if he's going for the England to play for England as his position, I'm thinking why would he go to Arsenal just to be put on?
Who's on the left wing for England? Gordon. That's it. Who else?
Grealish.
There you go, Grealish, yeah.
Grealish.
He ain't gonna. Unless he has a worldy time at Everton, I don't see him getting back in.
Jamie Gittins. What about Jamie Gittins? He's English, isn't he?
Yeah, behave yourself. All right, Eze's going to start left wing every time.
They ain't left wing. That's our position, though.
He's
played left wing since he was a boy.
Years.
Sorry, say again, Adam.
Look at his goals. He played QPR. I've got a mate who's a huge QPR fan. He played left wing for years at QPR.
Get his goals up on YouTube, and you'll see where he starts and where he finishes.
What position is he at Crystal Palace then?
He played sometimes left wing and sometimes he played the number 10. He rotated.
He thrives off attacking mid, right? And he's
look at his goals.
All his best moments.
Probably starts on the left and moves to the middle.
Yeah, but he's still attacking mid. Do you get what I mean?
He's not. He's starting on the left.
I think it's a wrong move for him, but I'm happy for you guys because I wouldn't want to see Spurs win a trophy. Anything.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to put something right here. When I spoke to you last night about it, you was upset.
I was upset.
You was upset. Let me finish. I didn't want to go into it.
Now you got Gittins, mate. It's all right.
Right, I didn't want to go into it, but yeah, because you was upset about it last night. In fact, you were fuming last night because you did not believe, and you and everyone else in the chat was going on. How do you guys feel about Eze going to Tottenham? He doesn't want to go to a club like Arsenal. But when I spoke to you,
I'm sorry. Yes, Pat.
Can I respond?
Yes.
Can I respectfully respond?
Yeah, do it.
Tommy, and Adam and the other Tommy jump in, guys, after when he responds because I want to hear this.
Listen, when I found out, yeah, I had a bit of a long day from work. Took my son football on the way home. Then I was.
You would love Eze at Chelsea.
I couldn't wait to get home and see the kids and the missus, yeah.
Now I know you're lying.
Then I looked on Sky Sports, yeah, and listen, I'm a rational guy. I put my hands up. I was fuming. I come through the door thinking, no, this can't be right. This can't be right. I do feel like, you guys are now step up now, yeah. I am worried about Arsenal this season now, especially with Eze. And if he does play attacking mid and he's got the balls to take Odegaard off as sub or whatever, I do feel like if Gyökeres unlocks himself and starts banging the goals, I think we're not safe, innit? I think the teams are probably
Eze's going to be perfect for Gyökeres.
Pat, can you go back to that graphic for a second? Because you had the Arsenal 11 up there and he's on the left wing. Yeah. It's not just us that think
that's backing us up, mate. You know what
I mean? I did that. I did that and I went, whoops.
No, like I say, I was livid.
Even you know, Pat. Even you know.
I was livid, man. But now I've had now it's been 24 hours since I found out. No, like I say, I still think you're gonna absolutely smash it, like with him. But I just think like for his career, I think he would be better at Spurs. you get what I mean?
I don't think he's going to be a player that's going to be stuck on the wing like Saka is. Do you know what I mean? He's going to be a player that's going to come inside and do the business like he has been doing for Palace.
Two Tommies, man. Two Tommies, jump
He
in,
ain't
please.
He ain't really fast though, isn't he?
He doesn't need
He's
to
like
be
a
when
winger,
he just
isn't it?
he glides
Chelsea.
past people.
Yeah, because he's got long legs. Yeah, but he's not fast. He's not fast on the break.
Go on,
like.
Tommy Chelsea. Go on, mate.
To be fair, it's not that Eze is a great player, but him being successful or not isn't down to him. It's down to the mediocre club that's Reading, North London. I can't lie. And look, I think Eze, as I said, I think he's the third best 10 in the league behind Cole Palmer and Bruno Fernandes. I think he's up there. Like, he's a quality player, but you being successful isn't going to be down to him. I think it's still going to be down to your manager. And I've made my point clear hundreds of times on TikTok, on lives, on everything. Until you get that's one step, bro. And until you get the Spanish potch out of your club, you ain't winning nada. So you need to get rid of that, brother. Give someone else all these tools, and you'll go win everything. I promise.
You're getting sick of not being able to beat him, Tommy.
I mean, how long have we been in for?
22 games unbeaten against the top six. No one can beat him out there.
How many trophies have all the big six won in that time?
Yeah, but we're not in the competitions you're in, or you were in.
If you think about it, yeah, it's like Newcastle buying or Man City buying Cole Palmer back and putting him right wing. That's how I'm looking at it as. Do you get what I mean?
But don't get me. If he's all through his youth and the start of his career, he's been a left winger. He started on the left for Palace a number of times. I know what you're saying about, he's comfortable as a left winger. He can
Tommy,
do a job.
jump in top City.
I'm just I'm agree. I want to agree with all the points. He's
Who do you choose? What point do you choose?
You know, he's saying everything that I want to say. I'm just repeating. I don't want to just repeat. That's why I'm not saying anything. So I'll just carry on. I'll jump in when I hear something.
Okay, cool. Well, look.
I just repeat everything that you're saying.
I think Big Chelsea and Tommy, you guys are just jealous because he didn't go to you. All right, we've got a proof. Well, listen. Let's put it this way: we have got a proven number 10. All right, and I don't. Sorry.
So wait, his name's Cole Palmer.
Oh, come on, man. The same guy that
went go missing for half the season.
The same guy that went missing half the season. I mean, come on, let's have a laugh. I mean, come on. I mean, you guys are. Look. At the end of the day, whether you guys like it or not. I mean, I am not in a way still convinced that Arsenal's addressing the left hand side. I'm still not convinced.
I agree.
Okay, and that's just my opinion. All right, I just feel we need a recognised winger, and that's what I believe. Okay, Arsenal put in Nuni last week Sunday. Okay, on Saturday to play on that side. For me, did it work? I'm going to ask you, Adam. Did it work?
I'm not going to judge him on half an hour at Old Trafford.
Okay, fine.
I mean, I've had a lot more. He wasn't great, but it was half an hour at Old Trafford in the game where we had backs to the wall.
All right, but again,
who would you have?
I'm just asking.
Forget Rodrigo. Who else would you have left wing instead of Eze?
All right, now that's a really good point because I've been reading something, okay, and I've been reading something, and I want to show you who I go for. Just bear with me a second, guys. Just carry on talking amongst yourselves while I sort this out. And
you guys should go for Ademola Lookman, I reckon. So you should have went for Lookman. Would have been a shout.
Just trust him, Martinelli, man.
Premier League proven Eze, I'm happy with.
See, I like Martinelli, me personally. I think he's a good quality player, and I think he's just been knocked by injury.
And the fans,
I'd play Martinelli as a number 9. I would get him off the wing. I'd have him as a backup number 9.
He does a lot of good work.
Now Trossard's signed a new contract.
Okay, you guys, you've just asked me who would I bring in. Now, this is who Arsenal's linked with, all right? Because what they're saying here, all right?
Is he a left winger?
It's not a left winger.
No, listen,
Is he a left winger?
Okay, let me finish. I haven't started yet, have I? You're trying to get at me. All right. What's it say here? All right. Arsenal want a 81 million World Cup winger after Havertz as injury. Now, do you want to know who that player is? I'll tell you who I want. I'll tell you who the player I want. That's the player I want.
Not a chance.
All right.
Smash
So
on
hang
the
on a
left
minute. Hang on.
81 million.
Hang on. Let me
And
finish.
the rest.
Let me finish. Okay. Because
the
even though, all right, it may not come to the Arsenal, but you've asked me, who do I want? And I've just
On the
told
left
you,
wing.
and I'm
On the
showing
left
you
wing.
this person here would be absolutely spot on the left wing.
No,
Spot on.
he's number 9.
He's
whether
never
81
played.
million-
He's never
as well.
played.
What-
He's never
what-
played on the left wing.
What?
He
Hang
didn't-
on.
we
He has-
didn't even
yeah,
try-
no, he has.
Never
We
ever played on the
we
left
didn't
wing.
even try. Even City didn't even try him on the left wing.
He's
We
a
put
good player.
Gabby Jesus ended up on the left wing.
Well, okay. Well, that's the player. I'm going
But
for.
81
Okay. That's
million.
what I'm.
Who's
Times
the
it by
payroll?
2, mate.
Hang on. No one's saying. Listen, that's 81 million. No one's saying it's going to be 81 million. I'm not
Who
saying
made
he's going to get. You're going to get him for 81 million. That could be a
Just
start.
backed up my argument.
It could be 100 million. It could be 100.
Who's
I
the
don't know.
article from?
Sorry.
150.
The article.
I think we're going in for Haaland. We're going to put him on the left wing.
Yeah, who's the article? Who made this?
Alvarez's dad.
Oh, please. Well, anyway, that's what. Well, I think he'd be a good, even a good stand-in for.
But you know what? Realistically, it's not as a left winger.
Read that, Pat.
But-
Primarily as a backup for new star Victor Gyökeres in the striking areas.
No, yeah, but also.
But he has got. But him and Arteta do get on.
But anyway,
Them
okay,
two
fine.
have got a good relationship, Alvarez and Arteta.
I just honestly, I really feel that Arsenal has.
But
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion. Okay, I
You-
feel that
you
Arsenal
ain't-
need to address that left-hand side. a
Okay,
bit
so
more.
you haven't told me a player yet. You haven't told me a player that's better than Eze on the left wing yet.
All right, let's go for
He
Rodrigo
ain't
then.
left wing.
I've got a player for you that you can buy. I've got a player. I think would be
you wouldn't go for Rodrigo then? Is that
No,
what you're
not over Eze. Not
Fine.
over Eze. No.
Amen.
Eze
yeah,
all day.
Pat, I've got a player for you to sign in that position.
Eze's best position
Rodrigo
is
has
more.
not done anything for 2 years.
Eze's position is more better in the middle than left wing.
Oh,
You need to go and sign
are we going round in circles?
yeah.
Nicholas Jackson. Go and sign him.
What about Sancho?
Yeah, sign him.
Christ.
What do you reckon, Adam?
Jack Greeley.
What do I think about Alvarez?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, and I just don't see. Again, he's not going to come in and play ahead of Gyökeres. He's not a left winger. It's not going to happen.
He's better than Gyökeres, though, right? Surely.
I mean, he's a great player, but I don't know. I mean,
Thankfully.
again, you're probably talking double the fee of Gyökeres. I think we're looking at 120. I think 80 doesn't get near him, as Tommy. I think
Right,
someone said. You don't get near him at 80 million.
Considering Atletico paid 84 for
Yeah,
him.
and his stock's gone up.
And he's not stopped scoring.
It's not.
So there's no other left wingers.
Is
what you're
Arsenal done now with their transfers?
Sorry, well, like I said, I mean, you don't
If
want him.
Kivior
but
goes, you might get another defender.
I honestly feel that. Rodrigo.
I would
that's
say
fine.
since Alexis Sanchez, there's never been such a universal kind of acceptance of a signing, and I'm going back, 9-10 years here. No acceptable. Eze's been the most universally accepted signing I've ever seen at Arsenal.
I think what you're saying. Am I not happy with that? I'm 100%. I want Eze, but Eze is not a left winger.
He is a left winger. He is.
We'll have this conversation in December. You have started 15, 16 league games by
Jesus
December on
Christ.
left wing. Telling you
I mean,
now, trust me.
guys. I mean, okay, fine.
That's like saying Ryan Giggs is not a left winger.
So Eze's a starting left winger for Crystal Palace, then, yeah.
Sign him.
That's where he is.
Has been.
I've got a point. I've got a point.
Okay, when he first started at Palace, he was playing
forget
left
about
wing.
when he first started. Is he a regular left winger for Palace?
27 years he was 25 years he was playing, and now he can play.
And he has played there quite regularly. They regularly played Will Hughes, like Wharton, and a holding midfielder in there. Wharton's there. Wharton they see as their creative midfielder. Eze was the one that drifted out to the left. If you look at Adam Wharton, and that's why Chelsea have been in for Wharton, City have been linked with United. Wharton is their creative centre midfielder.
Are we going to drop Rice as left eight? Are we going to drop Rice as left eight?
So what you're saying is, all right. So Arsenal's going to be keeping Eze, Trossard, and Martinelli. Both.
I think Martinelli might go.
Right for the left. Yeah, is that what we're saying? All three of them are going to be staying for the left. That's what he's got him for. So who is he going to take? So Martinelli's dropped down. Martinelli's dropped down a pace. Trossard dropped down a pace. And it's going to be Eze, all right, on that left-hand side. That's his position.
You've been saying for last year how short we are and we don't have enough backup. Tommy C would be able to tell us this. Like, how many players have you had like in the squad that you rotated? You had 22 players playing every kind of 2-3 weeks like for City. That's a problem. Every week you knew what Arsenal's 11 was the last 2 years. This year you can rotate so much, and we've got so many more games, and we're inevitably going to get 4 or 5 injuries. So we can't moan and we don't have enough of the squad and then say we've got 2 players in one position. We can't win.
No. I'm not saying that.
And Eze can still play cam for us. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying majority of the time he will start as a left winger for us.
Okay. All right.
I don't think so.
But I'm just thinking, you guys thought what? You don't think there's a proper left winger?
Alvarez is a striker.
Did you know Gyökeres?
Name me another better left winger. You can't say Rodrigo's been better than Eze last 2 years.
Hey boys, you know that Gyökeres can play left wing?
He can, to be fair. He can.
No, I know. Yeah, I know. He does drift out to the left a lot and come in.
He was left wing at Brighton. Was it Swansea he was at? He's always been a left winger when he first started.
Mate, you could have signed, and I reckon it wouldn't have been too much more, probably less than what you spent on Eze to be on left wing. I reckon you probably could have got Cody Gakpo from Liverpool. I reckon you could have got him out of Liverpool because they need to sell to buy Isak if they want to buy him. So
they're not selling to us, though, are they? To be honest.
Oh.
Well, we sold to you.
And they've sold Nunes and what's his name?
Yeah,
obviously George.
As well.
Yeah, Chelsea sell to you though.
Yeah, well, look at the players that he sold to them.
We sold them the bandana bullet bill. We sold them. So we sold most of those.
All right. So what is Chelsea's what is Chelsea's aim? What is their goal? What is their mission? All right, they've spent all that money. They spent over reportedly spent over between 2.40 to 2.56 million. All right. So what is Chelsea's what is Chelsea's and I've got to say as well that they did sell players around 160 million in sales. That's what you got. That's what you guys have done, right? But what is Chelsea's aim? I mean, you're buying all these players. Okay, you've done it last season. You've done it the season before. You're giving out all these long contracts. What is it? What is it? Is it to sell players for the future, or is it to win their Premier League?
Can I ask a question? What's this in? Is it Enciso from Brighton? How is that?
Yeah,
How is that deal about?
That classic from Chelsea.
Yeah, it's just to go to our second
written all over it.
Go on, Tommy. Sorry, go on, Tommy.
Go to our second club. So he signs for Chelsea, goes to Strasbourg for a year, and then comes back because, to be honest with you, it's like a loan training centre at Strasbourg. I feel really bad for their fans because I think 9 of their 11 are Chelsea loanees that we just sent there. And I think like what I expect from Chelsea this season, I think the ownership I'm understanding a lot more now. I'm getting it. There's a reason why we can spend the most is because we make not probably one of the most in the league, whether that's including what we earn through playing and what we earn through selling. I'm completely fine with us keep buying loads of players and selling the ones we don't want to keep. If it means we can keep on.
That's what they call wilderness planning football.
Yeah. No, I'm completely. No. I'm fine with whatever it is they're doing. But if you're asking me what my aspirations are for the season, I've got us to finish third, I want a domestic trophy, and I want a decent run in the Champions League. But if we finish on less points than we did last season, and we don't win a trophy, then I wouldn't be surprised if we get a new manager, because Chelsea don't stick. We move and we win. That's just the way we're built. We move, we evolve, we win. So we have to move forward.
So your forward is getting third and winning a trophy. So that could be the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. Yeah.
Have to win a trophy. Football is measured on success, and success for fans is trophies. If you ask me what success is winning trophies completely. If you guys finish second
but that's your definition. The definition of winning of success is not about just winning trophies. It's about building a legacy. And Chelsea don't do that. What Chelsea does, you just buy trophies. That's the difference. You got to build a legacy. And that's the truth, though, isn't it? It's not impossible because Chelsea's done it, City's done it, and Blackburn's done it.
Pat, no, but if we bought a trophy, it'd be a replica, wouldn't it? You can't physically go buy the trophy. You still got to go play and win. Do you know what I mean?
You do sound jealous, Pat, man.
I'm not jealous, mate.
You sound a bit jealous, man.
It's not about jealousy. It's about it's about building. It's about building a legacy. And the reason why I'm saying that, and in a way, I'm a little bit jealous because I like the way Chelsea buys players, and you don't hear about them, and you don't know who they are, and they sold them for fortunes afterwards. I mean, there was someone read something. Bear with me a sec, guys, because I know I'm a little bit dyslexic. But this is what someone said about Chelsea. So what can Chelsea do this season under the owner Tom Bowley? The strategy is very severe. All right. He is signing players quickly and signing players.
Yeah, efficient.
Yeah, signing players and in long numbers. Some people call it wilderness plan football. Okay, but Chelsea have already won 2 trophies in recent times. They won I like this. They won the Conference League and so also have won the Club World Cup this year. They are back. Sorry, they're back there, and they're back in the Champions League. All right, their strengths are obvious. Chelsea have Chelsea has exciting attackers. They have more depth than before than anyone else. I don't get why, but the big concern is, here it comes. The big concern is team chemistry. You guys can't. That's the problem with you guys. There's no chemistry, and the reason why they're saying it. Let me finish. All right, chemistry. Too many signings can mean players don't fit well together. Even I don't like this geezer anyway. Jamie Carragher said the doubt Chelsea can fight for the title even after all this spending. The thing about it, this is what I'm trying to say, all right? You guys buy all these players, okay? There ain't no chemistry, and that's why after 2-3 seasons, they want to leave.
Pat, how can there be no chemistry if we won 2 trophies?
You played against teams that no one knows about. Anyway,
go on. Sorry, PSG 3-0 in the final, though. Listen, I understand it because I am a little bit concerned as well. How many players we buy, then we put them to our feeder club, which is to showcase them for other clubs to buy them at a profit. I think that's a little bit cruel. I get that. It's good for the club. I don't think it's good for the player, but he's the one who says he wants to go. I do feel like it is a little bit like they buy loads of young players who probably won't even get on the bench for us, but then they will showcase them by loaning them out or go to the feeder team or the second club we own, and I think they showcase them and then sell them on for more profit. I understand that is a little bit cruel, so I'm not totally happy with that.
So City have been doing it. City have been doing exactly that for a number of years now, probably since Pep and Tiki have been there. And it's the aspect of it, thinking about it from a player's point of view, it is cruel, but it's because of the rules that have been put into play. No, it's the one way to get around. It's one way to get around PSR. You buy a player a young player this season, showcase him in another league. He may come back and fit in straight into your. He may fit into your team. May play your style. But then again, he may not. But then then you may get 20 million from another team that's either seeing him or even the team that's loaned him out. So that's another 20 million on top of your PSR.
It's business, isn't it? At the end of the day.
So that's the only way that we can do this to make the league entertaining now. City, as I say, City have been doing it for years, and that's why the Premier League have gone all hell for leather about it, because we're still buying the league.
Okay, what do you reckon?
Who's that, Pat? So was that me?
Yeah, what do you reckon?
Is that all right?
Yeah, go.
I think Chelsea notoriously have been better at selling players, and Arsenal probably the worst in the league at selling players.
We are.
We were saying we're dreadful at getting fees. Chelsea are
Oh,
very
no,
good at
I've
getting
already
fees.
said that.
They're also very good at cooking the books. And let's be honest, they do stuff that, selling a hotel next to their own stadium to get around PSR. They know what they're doing. City get a lot of stick, for this, but Chelsea seem to get away with it. I honestly don't know how they do it. It's like, they do sell well, but they sell players to Saudi Arabia, where Todd Bowley's got mates over there for inflated fees. We all know what the situation is. Let's be honest.
We love it.
And it's cleverly done. The problem is, if the Premier League catch up with them, then they will be caught out. But at the moment, it's very cleverly done. And Arsenal don't do that. They were dreadful at selling. But that is why you look at Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea's revenue is nowhere near Arsenal's from a ticket in match days. You got 20,000 less per game coming in. Ticket prices are higher at Arsenal. Everything about Arsenal, I think we've obviously got a bigger fan base. But as Chelsea have. No, we have. That's a fact.
I know we do, but sorry, I'm just. I might always have this debate with Big Chelsea. Sorry, carry on, Adam.
But I say, Chelsea are very much cleverer than us in kind of getting around PSR in different ways. Let's be honest.
Do you want to hear a fun fact?
Right, let Tommy finish first.
Go on,
Tommy.
So what I was going to say, it was mainly responding to what you mentioned about our chemistry as a club or as a team. If you look at Chelsea's actual first team we fielded and look at our first team now, we've bought players, but in our actual team that plays, there's only two positions that have changed. The whole back line and keeper's the same. The whole midfield's the exact same. And then we've got Pedro Neto, who is our starting right winger. We've got a new left winger and two new strikers who have both played in the Premier League. So chemistry is not the issue at all. I think it was Crystal Palace, take that as you will. And I'd also like to say this whole Arsenal-Chelsea, who's the bigger club, Arsenal's clearly a better historic club.
Bigger club as well, mate.
Let me. You got to let me finish, man. But in my opinion, I don't find if I supported a club where I've got to go back to 1960 to prove I'm bigger, that doesn't really that doesn't fill me with joy. Or if majority of the success happened before you even existed, that's crazy. So I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I've seen my club win the Champions League and win FA Cup.
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you there. No disrespect to you, mate. Stop going back. We need to go back to the 60s. Come on, don't be silly now. Let's not be silly now. Come on. Come on. So what? We went unbeaten in the 60s.
20 years ago, you weren't on a map.
But, we went unbeaten in the 60s, yeah?
Boys, do you know who Ben Stiller is? The night of the museum. That is where all your trophies are, man. You just talk about museum antiques, 1906, when you won that there, I think you need to, get with the present, the future.
I agree. And I'm not saying you're a big club. You're a massive club, but
we're a bigger club than you.
But we are a big
one. We're a bigger club.
We are a bigger club than you.
All in all, you probably are bigger than Chelsea, all in all. But if you're talking about in today's day and age, who's bigger today? It's Chelsea.
Arsenal.
It's not. It's not.
Well, but I think this is like a Man United argument a little bit.
It's not.
Bar
But
two Champions Leagues, what are you bigger at? We've got more league titles, bigger fan base, bigger stadium. Like, what are you
if
bigger
you
at?
take away the Community Shields, we've got the exact same amount of trophies.
13 leagues and against 6. That's your bread and butter.
No,
Yeah,
if
but
you
that's
take
over
away the
150
Community
years,
Shield,
though, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Take
you
away
only
the-
did it since you had the oil money. Like,
There,
before that, you got
there was like 12
Take-
clubs playing in that league them days.
take away the Community Shields from Chelsea and Arsenal, we had the exact same trophies.
Yeah, but no, it's not. That's not true. It's not true.
It is. We've both got 31.
We've got 14 FA Cups and 13 leagues. That's 27. You've got six leagues and about 8 FA Cups. Like they're the 2 domestic trophies.
In total, it's
Mars-
31 each. 31 each. I promise you, if you Google it, it's 31 each.
No, it's not, mate. It's not.
It is.
Let me, all right.
31 each.
Okay,
No, but-
let me have. Go on. Go on, you guys
I
carry on.
have to
Carry
admit, if you're happy and you want to use your,
If
you
you're
know,
happy
the
and
history
you know
as
it, clap your hands.
as your pool.
If you're happy and you know it,
you know,
clap your
like, yeah,
hands.
carry on, man. You know, you are the biggest you're bigger than us in the UK. I agree with that, but just not in Europe or the
I
world.
agree.
Worldwide.
I agree with you.
Of course we are.
Tommy, jump in, man, because
international.
we're
Arsenal
missing
are
out
more well
the,
known than Chelsea.
the city people. What's going on?
Mate, I'm just happy just listening to you. It's not shouting for relevance.
So you're a third
You know,
party.
hey, use lot of shouting, but the Premier. Let's be real. He's not been down there for 10 years. It's not been past Leicester for 10 years. So when you realise that football's played outside the M25.
To be fair, we won it 8 years ago, so it has been down here. We won it 8 years ago. But as a third party, Tommy C, what would you say? Would you agree with me or the Arsenal boys? Arsenal bigger historically, but in today's day and age, kids growing up and looking at football and worldwide fans looking at what's been achieved in the modern age, Chelsea are clearly bigger right now than they are. They've just got more history than us, but we are bigger in today's day and age.
All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to say
Premier League era. Honest truth, I'd probably say just because you've got more memories. Right, the rivalry between United and Arsenal during the late 2000s, the early 2000s, well, the whole of 2000s really, won it for 10 years. But Chelsea's not really give us any rivalries, have they? You know, they've not made us jump off the edge of our seats to. Don't get me wrong, I'm not taking credit away from everything that but it's the same. Even when City joined the party, we've created a rivalry with Liverpool. You know, even though it's not it's never been bigger than United.
Okay.
But
Havertz won your Champions League, and look how you treat him.
Can I just say something? Yeah. All right. Trophies. All right. Liverpool 70, Manchester United 68, Arsenal 49, City 36, Chelsea 36. All right. Right. You want to talk about
the Community Shield.
Can I just say, not bad from just a little club in Manchester.
Is that
No,
UK?
We're just a little club in Manchester. Don't forget.
All right.
We're in shadows.
Okay. Cool. Well, what I want to ask this guy. I want to ask your serious opinion. All right, honestly, about the Eze. Do you think so, Tommy? Chelsea, you say it's not a good fit for Arsenal. Is that what you're?
No, I never said that. I just said he's not a good fit. I don't think he's a good fit to just take over from Martinelli in that style. But I think he's a better 10 than Ødegaard. So it's a good player to have.
No, right. And Tommy City.
I think he's awesome. Whether you play him left, right, or centre. You know, he's there. That's what you need. Back up. You know, you can give Saka a rest. You can give Eze a rest. You can give Odegaard a rest. You need these rotational players.
No, I agree.
Let's score goals.
No, I agree. I totally agree. What do you reckon, Adam?
You know, I reckon, Pat.
I know. True. All right then. I know what Big Chelsea reckons, but what do you reckon, Big Chelsea? Again.
I think he's ruined his career going to.
Okay, see that just shows some jealousy. Just show some jealousy there. But it is what it is. You don't expect it. I didn't expect that from you, Big Chelsea. I mean, I did expect it from you, but it doesn't really matter. Let's just talk a little bit about. I mean, you see what gets me? You guys spent that amount of money. You talk about that you've made back this amount in sales. You talk someone said that Chelsea made back something like 2 billion or something back in sales. No, you didn't. You didn't. Okay, because I got it right. I've got the figure right in front of me. What it's not you guys done well in selling. Absolutely, no one does it better than Chelsea, and they're right. But when someone's turned around and says, "Oh, Chelsea spent," have recuperated back over 2 billion and something in sales. No, you haven't. That's complete lies.
I don't know who said that.
I don't think that. Fun fact.
Sorry.
City have made over 300 million. Never wore a City shirt in the Premier League in the last 5 years.
Right.
Do you want to hear a fun fact?
What I don't understand is, what I'm not understanding is that you're buying all these players. You're even after what's his name? The last player now from
Xavi Simmons.
Yeah, Simmons. I mean, it's like no, that's another thing. I mean, do you really need that player? And isn't that going to unsettle other players that you've just bought as well?
To be honest with Simmons, I feel like he's he'll play where Cole Palmer plays. So I think he's attacking mid. I think Esteval's more of a right winger, but I think it's a good buy, Xavi Simmons.
Do you think it's a good buy for Chelsea, Adam?
Yeah, I do, because I still think some of Chelsea's wingers. I think he probably could play get off the left again there, but I think he can play off the left. And I don't think Chelsea's wingers have kind of shown consistency. I think Neto looks good, and I like Neto on his day, but I still think there's an upgrade to be done there. So I don't think it's a bad signing at all. I think to go off a piece there, but I think PSR. I think top 6 aside, I get why PSR come in. I actually think it's done the counter of what it was meant to do.
I agree.
Look at what Villa are doing. Villa have sold 200-300 million pounds worth of players, and they're still having to sell. I think the whole point of PSR is to try and kind of level up the league and try and stop some of the stuff that City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool are doing, and it's actually backfired because the gap. I actually think the gap between the top 4. I think Arsenal, Liverpool, City, and Chelsea will be the top 4 this year, and I think it'll be a big gap to. Spurs and United probably will kind of get a lot closer to the top 4, but I think the gap between those 4/6 to the other ones will be huge in 1 or 2 years' time. Because you look at Newcastle made the Champions League and they can't they can't spend. They're not in this country and they can't spend. Villa have got Villa have had Champions League football for the last 2 years and they're on their arse basically trying to sell players. I just think it's a mad situation and I think it's only going to get worse. It's good for we support these teams, but the gap's going to get bigger.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I've got to drop out. I didn't realise it was going to go on for this one, mate. I've got to go and pick my lad up from rugby.
It's going to be stopping there in a bit anyway. I'm just going to ask. I just want to ask people their predictions for the coming season. I mean, for the coming games. So I'm going to everyone do it quickly. That'd be great. Let's start with. I'm going to start with you, Tommy, first. City, Chelsea, Fulham.
It's Chelsea all the way.
It's West Ham.
Say Chelsea.
West Ham,
What's
3?
Okay,
West
you
Ham.
got Chelsea, yeah.
West
Okay,
Ham,
Adam?
Chelsea.
Who goes to West Ham?
Chelsea, not Fulham, minute. West Ham, Chelsea.
Yeah, West Ham. No, it's
West Ham, Chelsea.
West Ham tomorrow night.
what have I done here? I've got it completely
West
wrong.
Ham, Chelsea tomorrow night.
Yeah, completely got it wrong. I've got different.
Yeah.
You got the next game.
I'm still saying Chelsea.
Yeah. I'm going to go. Yeah, Chelsea win at West Ham. Yeah.
Going for Chelsea win, West Ham.
Yeah.
West Ham could go down, I think.
I agree.
I've said that.
I'm going.
Do you really feel West Ham could go down? West Ham will go down.
I think West Ham, even Brentford have lost all their
Brentford,
players.
right.
They got that Keith Andrews. He's terrible.
Brighton have more or less signed for the Championship.
All right, I'm going to scrub that because I need to stop it. I need to close it down now, guys. All right, all right. Want your top 5, starting with Big City.
City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle.
Say that again.
Newcastle.
City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle.
Adam.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Spurs.
Wow. So you don't think Arsenal can do it this season?
No. I think it'd be really close between Liverpool and Arsenal. If Liverpool get Isak, I think it'd be right down to the wire. I think we can do it, but Liverpool won it easily last year and have spent another 200 million. So if we beat Liverpool, I think we finish top. But I think it's gonna be really close.
Okay. Tommy. Chelsea.
I'm going Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester United in 5th.
Jade.
I think Man City are sleeping giants. I think it could. Well, any of us, Man City, Arsenal, or Liverpool, could win it. I'm going to say Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and 5th is up for grabs. I have no idea with 5th, to be honest with you.
Go on, Big Chelsea.
I'm going for Chelsea, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and then United.
All right. Well,
Don't forget Invincible, Blue.
That's all right. Well, I took mine.
Who's going down?
Mine is. Mine's gonna be. It's gonna be. Mine is Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, and I think Villa, and I think Chelsea will be either 6th or 7th. That's my prediction.
You're biting. That's what you're doing.
I'm not. What am I biting?
You're biting.
That's what I'm gonna say. Anyway, guys, I appreciate everyone who's watching this, guys. Please do us a favor. Please subscribe. Please like. Please hit the notification, guys. Anything you guys have heard, what we say, you agree with, disagree with, please let us know in the comments and everything. And please follow. Please tell your friends about it. Please share it. I just want to say thanks to Tommy C. I want to say thanks to Adam, and I want to say thanks to Tommy, the Chelsea, and I want to say thanks to Jade, and I want to say thanks to Big Arsenal. Right, Big? Yeah, you.
That's not my name, man. That's not my name.
Yeah, Big Arsenal. I'm going to call you Big Arsenal from now.
No,
He's not Chelsea.
my name tag's on the screen. You've got to say it properly.
No, thanks, Big Chelsea. Guys, before we go, let me just, I just want to say to everyone, please follow, please like, and please subscribe. Thank you very much.